Hey guys, all right, so installation is complete. Now we're gonna talk a little bit about how the system operates and then how we're gonna synchronize it with your pump. But the first thing I want you to do right now, that everything's connected, is I want you to turn on your pump, okay? So go to your panel, turn your pump on, let it idle up. Some pumps speed up and then they slow down a bit. Let it slow down a bit and then we're gonna go ahead and make our adjustments, okay? Now your pump is running and the system is connected, okay? First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna turn it on. Fire it right up, okay? So you're gonna get a green light and a yellow light, and you're gonna see this ball is gonna be somewhere in between here. Sometimes, if it's wide open, it'll shoot up, but what you do is you're just gonna adjust until you see the ball and you'll be able to adjust the flow rate. Now, again, on your chart on the inside of this panel, based on how many gallons you have, it'll tell you what the recommended flow rate is, whether it's gonna be 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4. If you have a brand new pool, if you have a salt system, I recommend 1 point higher than this. So if it says a flow rate of 2, run a flow rate of 3, especially now in the summertime. In the wintertime, you should be able to run a lower flow rate. So with our system, all you should have to do is turn it up in the summertime, turn it down in the wintertime. Okay, so now the system's on and it's running. We made an adjustment. You got it set on the flow rate of 2. The way the system operates, just so you know, at this setting, at this example, I have this one set at 120 for a 10,000 gallon pool. And if you look on there, if you can see that chart, it says minimum pump run time, 4 hours, okay? If you look at 20,000 gallons, it says minimum pump run time, 6 hours, and so on, up to 10 hours. That lets you know how much time of CO2 is gonna be put in your pool, okay? So what we do is we synchronize it with your pool pump. So I'm gonna give you 2 examples, okay? But before I do that, we got the system on, we adjusted it. Right now, I just want you to shut the system off and turn your pump back off and put it on its automatic schedule, okay? All right. The way the system works is like this. We synchronize it with your pump. So I'm gonna give you 2 examples, all right? Let's say your pump runs at night, from 9 o'clock at night till 9 o'clock in the morning, okay? So right now, let's just assume it's 12 noon. You got your new system, you hooked it up, it's Saturday, you hooked it up, it's 12 noon, we just turned the pump on, we turned this on, it fired up, you got a green light, yellow light, and you set the flow to what you wanted, and now you turned it off and the pump is off, okay? So right now, if your pump runs from 9 o'clock at night till 9 o'clock in the morning, right now for our example, it's noon, it's during the day, your pump should not be running. What you're gonna do is you're gonna put our system on and you're not gonna touch it. You're gonna get a green light. What that does is it resets the internal timer. So what's gonna happen at 9 o'clock tonight when your pump turns on, water's gonna come out of this line right here and it's gonna come into the unit and tell the unit, hey, the pump is running and the system is gonna fire up. So at 9 o'clock at night, we're gonna start putting CO2 in your pool. 2 minutes on, 2 minutes off, 2 minutes on, 2 minutes off for 4 hours at 120. If you have a 20,000 gallon pool, it's gonna be for 6 hours. If you have a 30,000 gallon pool, it's gonna be for 8 hours. If you have a 45,000 gallon pool, it's gonna do it for 10 hours. So starting at 9 o'clock at night with this setting, 120, which is for 10,000 gallons, for the next 4 hours, it's gonna go 2 minutes on, 2 minutes off. What I mean by that is, for 2 minutes, the yellow light's gonna be on and the ball's gonna be up. 2 minutes later, the yellow light goes off, the ball goes to 0. 2 minutes after that, yellow light comes on, ball goes back up, your flow rate goes back up, and that's what it'll do. 2 minutes on, 2 minutes off, 2 minutes on, 2 minutes off, for 4 hours. After 4 hours, the unit's gonna sit on standby. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. At 1 o'clock in the morning, the system will sit on standby, but your pool pump is still gonna run till 9 o'clock in the morning. The system is gonna sit on standby till the next day at 9 o'clock at night, and it's gonna do the very same thing. We have 2 settings right here. If you look on the bottom, there's a CO2 standard and a CO2 saver, okay? The CO2 standard mode is every night at 9 o'clock at night, we're gonna put CO2 in your pool for 4 hours every single day. Think about it like an IV drip, okay? So what we want you to do is after 2 weeks, so set a reminder on your phone, after 14 days, you're gonna come outside during the day when your pump is not running, because for this example, your pump runs from 9 at night till 9 in the morning. So you're gonna go out during the day, you're gonna take your cover off, right? You're gonna switch the unit off, you're gonna switch it to saver mode, and you're gonna switch the unit back on. Now you just got a green light and you reset the timer. What we told the system is, hey, now I want you to put CO2 in the pool every other day for 4 hours starting at 9 o'clock at night. 2 minutes on, 2 minutes off. But now it'll do Monday yes, Tuesday no, Wednesday yes, Thursday no. That's what's gonna make these tanks last 6 months, because we're only dosing your pool 15 times in a month. Our goal is to stay on saver mode. That's what's gonna save you the most money. Sometimes in the summer here in Arizona, when it gets over 110 degrees, a lot of customers have to go on standard mode, okay? They have to stay on standard mode, which is an everyday dosing over the summer. Because it's so hot, they want to make sure the pH doesn't creep up on them. So you can adjust that however you want. But anytime you drain and refill the pool, you're going to be on standard mode for 2 weeks and then go to saver mode. If you drain and refill the pool, if you're out of town on vacation and your CO2 runs out and you come back and your pH is at 8.3, you're going to go to standard mode for 2 weeks, then go to saver mode. Easiest way to do it. And just remember, if it doesn't keep up, so for example, let's say you're on saver mode and you're at a flow rate of 2, and now your pH went from 7.4 to 7.8 because it's getting hotter in the summer. Well, what you want to do is turn your flow rate up. Turn it to 3, 4, 5. It can go all the way up to the top. And that should be able to handle any CO2 needs that you need. Couple of quick things. So now that was if you run your pump from 9 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock at night. It's the same if you run it from 9 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon. You always want to turn our unit on when your pump is not running. That way the next time the pump turns on, which will be the beginning of your cleaning cycle, the system will know and the internal clock will set with it. So if you run your pump 24 hours a day, all you have to remember is when you turn it on, whatever time of day that day is, that's when this is going to come on every day on standard mode, and it'll come on at that time every other day on saver mode. The one thing that I gotta let everybody know, if you're running your pump 24 hours a day, you gotta run at least a minimum of 2,000 RPMs. What I mean about that is you have to have a minimum of 2,000 RPMs in the pump so it's enough pressure so the system knows it's okay to put CO2. So if you run your pump 24 hours a day, just remember, if you have a 10,000 gallon pool and it's gonna put CO2 in your pool for 4 hours, just make sure the time of day that you turn it on that you have at least 2,000 RPMs for the next 4 hours. If you run your pump 24 hours a day and you have a 20,000 gallon pool, 6 hours. 30,000 gallons, 8 hours. 45,000 gallons, 10 to 12 hours. So you just want to make sure you're running that at least 2,000 RPM for that time frame. After that, you can slow the speed down as much as you want. It doesn't matter. Couple of quick tips where there's always an extra O-ring that we include just for you. Keep it with your drain plugs from your installation. These are very important. Save them. These are obviously plastic, okay? We don't make them out of brass or steel because if you overscrew that into a plastic pump like these all are, it'll crack it and it's a bigger problem. So these are plastic. Sometimes people over tighten them. Sometimes they get kicked when the pool guy comes by. Sometimes they get kicked when the pool guy comes by. If you see that it breaks or it leaks any water, just go ahead and turn your pump off, unscrew it. I put it on too tight, I can't get it off, there we go. Unscrew it. If you have any pieces or debris left in there, make sure you take that out and then screw your drain plug back in, just like that. There you go. And then reach out to us, again, you'll be under warranty. We'll send you a new one, same process. Unscrew it, screw it back in. I think we covered everything. A little troubleshooting. Sometimes people will come to me and they're not getting any flow or anything like that. If you have any problems, especially initially when you have the system and you get it all hooked up, please give us a call. If there's any issues, we want to know about it. We can coach you through it over the phone, but feel free to reach out to us. Our number is 480-570-5716. Again, thank you so much for purchasing Organic pH. We really, truly appreciate your business. Have a great day.